Hello traders, this is Coach Mike with NetPicks.com. With today's video, I'm going to take a look at why I feel options should be a part of everybody's trading. I have traded these products for a number of years now, and I just continue to see amazing results week in and week out. So to start, what I've tried to do is create a list of what I feel to be the most important, compelling reasons to add options to your routine. So let's go ahead and take a look at just a handful here today. First and foremost, options give the retail trader the ability to grow a small account size into a large sum of money and relatively quickly. Let's face it, that's why most of us are trading. We want to make money. In most cases, retail traders start out with a smaller account size, and that's why Forex trading has become so popular. Futures trading has become so popular because they allow us to trade with very small account sizes. Many traders shy away from trading equities because in their mind they think they have to have a large sum of money in order to do so. Well, we can go ahead and use options as products that will give us control over those equities with a very small amount of money. And we'll take a look at a few trades that I've taken here recently where we've seen some very nice returns with a very low cash outlay. Next, we can set up options positions that react similar to a stock position, only with limited risk. Alright, let's face it, if we go ahead and put on a position with stock, let's just use an example of 100 shares of stock, we have a large amount of risk on the table. Alright, if we go ahead and purchase those 100 shares of stock, we have a risk of whatever we paid for that position. Alright, if we were to go ahead and short shares of stock, we have unlimited risk. Alright, not a very comfortable position to be in by any means. Options positions allow us to get in and control these equities or these ETFs with a limited risk. Our risk is going to be limited to whatever we paid for the options contract. We'll take a look at some examples here in a second. Options allow us to make money in up, down, or sideways markets. There aren't any other products on the market today that will allow you to do this. Alright, ideally we want the markets to move. That's when it's easiest to make money. But we all know that markets will chop eventually. Alright, there are specific option strategies that will allow you to benefit from that. Alright, next, options are great instruments to swing trade with. This makes them perfect for those traders that can't trade all day long. Alright, you might have a full-time job, you might have family commitments where you're not able to sit in front of the computer all day. I'm going to show you strategies that you can go ahead and use with as little as 5 minutes a day looking at the charts. In fact, I'll show you some trades that I took here over the past week that I did just that. Options make it easy to play the downside. Alright, if you're experienced in the markets at all, you know that in order to play the downside with equities, you're going to have to short the stock, and that requires a lot of capital in order to do so. I'm going to show you how to use a put option to go ahead and play that downside with very limited risk. And these strategies can be used across all different markets. You might be trading the futures markets or the currencies, ETFs, equities. These strategies can be used across the board. So it's just a matter of mastering just a few strategies that you can use each and every day, and you'll be well on your way to seeing the profits from trading these options. So let's go ahead and take a look at a basic example here just to kind of show you what's possible with options. So let's just use Apple stock as an example. To keep things very basic, we'll just use 316 as the current stock price. We have a bullish outlook, so we go ahead and purchase 100 shares of Apple stock. Alright, the problem with this is it's going to cost us close to $32,000 in order to buy that position. I just don't know too many retail traders that are able to do that and still have capital left over to place additional trades. So what else could we do? Well, with that bullish outlook, we could go ahead and purchase a 310 call option. Alright, that call option could be trading for $14. So in order to purchase one call option, total cost is $1,400. That gives us the same control over those 100 shares of stock that we just got done talking about. The only difference here is it's going to cost us $1,400 as opposed to $32,000 to purchase the actual shares themselves. Our maximum loss in this case is limited to whatever we pay for the option. So in this case, it's limited to the $1,400 that we paid for that 310 call. The nice part about this, we have an unlimited profit potential. As long as Apple stock continues to move to the upside, we'll go ahead and profit from that. So it's just a really useful tool to use. It's a great product to add to your trading. And let's go ahead and take a look at a few charts here, just to take some of these definitions and apply them to some real live trades. So I'm going to go ahead and start out by looking at research in motion. I am currently using the NetPicks 7 Summits Trader. That is the system that I use to generate my trade setups. All right, if you're looking to trade options, it does not matter what system you're using. Ideally, we would love to have you use a NetPicks system, but if you've got your own system that you're comfortable with, any of these option strategies that we talk about can be used. So I'm looking at research in motion here. I'm looking at a daily chart. All right, so very basic approach here. And I'm going to look at this most recent short setup. This one's set up back on March 4. All right, we triggered short on the 8th. Gave us an entry of 64.42. So we have two different options here to play the downside. We can either short the shares of stock, which we already got done talking about. It's going to require a lot of capital to do so. Or we could go ahead and buy a put option. So in this case, I went ahead and bought the put option. I looked at the April 67.5 put. I was able to buy that for $5.15 per contract. Total cost of just over $500. So in my case, the way that I trade the 7 Summits Trader, I have my targets on the chart, these 3 dots here. I'm going to go ahead and exit half my position at this middle dot. As you can see, we did hit that target. Hit that target on the 15th, so I was in the first half of this position for about a week. I was able to get out of that half of the position for a 54% return. I was able to sell that put option for just under $8 per contract. And I have the remainder of my position still on the table. I'm trailing a stop down, trying to capture the home run trade. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. With the market rolling over to the downside, I might be able to capture a home run trade. So on the second half of my position, I currently have a 73% return. And we'll go ahead and ride it to the downside as the market continues to move that direction as well. The great part about this trade, I have been traveling quite a bit over the past week or so. I've been in Chicago, I've been in Michigan, I've been in Cleveland, I've been all over the place. I've been able to place this trade, manage this trade with as little as 5 minutes a day. In fact, I got out of my first half of the position trading from my cell phone. Alright, so if you don't have to be in front of the computer all day long, you can definitely do so with very limited amounts of time committed to your trading. Let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at Google. Again, this is the daily chart using the 7 Summits Trader. And I'm going to look at this short position. This one came on the table on February 23. We actually did not trigger in until March 1st, so you had plenty of time to go ahead and analyze the trade, get your order in on the market. We triggered short at 599.78. All right, again, two different ways we can play this. We can either short the shares of stock, or we can go ahead and purchase the put option. So I went ahead and purchased the put option. I looked at the March 605 put. I was able to buy it for $14.35, so just under $1,500 per contract. Gave me control of 100 shares of stock. I was looking to exit half my position at this middle dot. So as you can see, we did hit that middle dot over on the 10th. I sold half my position, got out with a 79% return, and I currently have the remainder of my position still on the table, looking to capture the home run trade. So I'm currently trailing a stop down. That's what this horizontal line is on the chart. So worst case, I'm out with a really nice profit, and I'll continue to ride this position as long as the market continues to move to the downside. So a really nice position to be in. Got a 245% return currently, and we'll just continue to ride it. Again, this trade has taken me on average 5 minutes a day or less to look at this chart. Alright, so not a lot of time commitment here. You can go ahead and track 4 or 5 different stocks with a very limited amount of time each day. But what about those traders that want to be a little more active? Not a problem. As long as you have a system that's going to work across all different time frames, you're going to be all set. And that's exactly what the SST allows us to do. We can go ahead and speed up the time frame. We could look at a 195-minute chart. It gives us a couple of candles per day instead of one. So it's going to be a little more reactive, have a little more frequency, and we'll take a look at Las Vegas Sands. Symbol LVS. This is a name that I've traded for quite some time. We typically have a shorter holding time. Average holding time on Las Vegas Sands is anywhere from 24 hours on out to about a week or so. In this case, the most recent short, it was a winning trade. Took a little longer than average, but a really nice profit potential. I was going for that middle target. Did end up hitting that full target. So a really nice percentage return on Las Vegas Sands for those that want to be a little more active. What about those traders that are in front of their computer all day long? What if you wanted to take more of a day trading approach? Not a problem. We can go ahead and speed up the time frame even more. We can look at a 60-minute chart. This is Apple on a 60-minute. This is a chart that I have started to use with weekly options. For those of you that have a little more experience and are familiar with those products, they're really short-term options, and they allow us to get in for very low amounts of capital. And in this case, on a 60-minute chart, we could go ahead and purchase a put option this morning, actually. Triggered short, and we were able to hit target that same day. So we were just in that position for a couple of hours. We were able to see a really nice percentage return there as well. So a lot of flexibility. As you can see here, we can use options across many different systems, many different time frames. Really nice tool to have regardless of the type of trader that you are. So for those of you that are interested, hopefully this video piqued your interest a little bit. We will be releasing a training course here in the next couple of weeks called Options Live. It's a 5-week course that is designed to take you through all of the options training that you'll need from start to finish in order to start adding these to your trading each and every day. We will cover the basic definitions. We will cover strategies with specific criteria that you can use right off the bat. And we're really looking forward to getting this course up and running again. The market has been very active here recently, and we just continue to see really, really nice returns. So make sure you keep an eye on your email. We'll go ahead and release those details here in the coming days, and I'll be back with you here later in the week with some additional content. So happy trading, everybody.